Hey, what is up guys? Eric Thane here from Cinema Mastery, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about how to get videography jobs online. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, so first things first, if you're a filmmaker who's really serious about growing your video production company, getting clients, and making money as a filmmaker, I'm going to put a link to a free training that I have down below in the description. I would highly recommend checking that out after you watch this video, which will go a lot more in depth into the 3 phases of growing a video production company, how to grow, how to get clients, and all of that jazz. So highly recommend checking that out as soon as you're done watching this video. I'll remind you at the end of the video. So what we're talking about in this video is how to get videography jobs online. And the reason this is coming up is because, for a long time, videographers have been using networking events to get clients, right? You go to a networking event, you talk to people, you build relationships, and then eventually you turn those relationships into clients. Well, obviously with the start of the pandemic, there's not a lot of networking events happening anymore. It's a lot harder to get out and meet people, create those relationships, and start really building relationships and turning them into clients anymore. And so it's more important now than ever to learn how to do that networking and how to create those relationships and get those clients online. Now, this is not something that's just important during a pandemic. This is a skill that you should be developing for the long term in terms of growing your business and trying to get where you want to be with your videography business. Knowing how to network and how to meet clients and how to land new jobs on the internet is going to be a valuable skill for any filmmaker, especially in the years coming. So let's talk a little bit about how to do it. So first things first, in order to start doing this, first of all, you got to know what type of clients you are trying to get. AKA, you need to pick a niche. Now, this is something that I've talked about in videos before, and it's a really incredibly important thing, but picking a niche is probably one of the most important first things that you need to do as a videographer in order to start getting jobs from clients. Now, whenever I talk about picking a niche, I always get at least a little bit of pushback from people. A lot of filmmakers, the reality is they don't like to pick a niche because they feel like they're going to be closing themselves off from so many opportunities by honing in and focusing on one specific market. I've looked at a lot of filmmaker portfolios and websites, and one thing that I see over and over and over again is these websites that have, they've got real estate videos, and they do wedding videos, and they do commercials, and all these different types of videos. And then, even worse than that, then they also do photography, and then they've got graphic design services, and then next thing you know, they're doing like tax preparation or something like that. And so you see these websites that have all these banners where we do all these different services and all these different things for different people. And I understand the mentality behind it. I understand the reason why a lot of filmmakers do that, and it's because it's this mindset, it's this idea that if I have more services for more people, I will be able to land more clients, right? I'll be opening myself up to more opportunities to make money. And while I understand that mentality, I think it's completely wrong. And the opposite is actually true. See, what a lot of filmmakers do is they feel like by opening up different markets and different services, they're opening themselves up to different clients and more opportunities to get clients. When the reality is, what I always say is, if you're not speaking to anybody, you're speaking to nobody. Which means that if your sales message or your message that you're projecting into the world is trying to speak to everyone, then you're not really speaking to anybody in particular, and therefore nobody is going to resonate with your message. And so when you niche down and you actually pick a specific niche to focus on, you are now finally opening yourself up to that niche. Whereas before, when you're trying to serve everybody, you're actually closing yourself off from everybody. So pick a very specific niche. The more specific, the better. Know who you're trying to serve, what exactly is the result that you're trying to get them, and what is the method that you use to get them that result. And I promise you, you will get more clients. Things will open up more for you. You get more clients, and you will get paid more for your work as well by doing that. Now, once you know who your niche is and what target market you're trying to attract, the next thing is to find out where they're hanging out. This is really important. This is kind of like the online version of networking events, right? So if you're going to events in real life where there's business events or networking meetings or lunches or anything like that, basically what you're doing is you're taking your target market, you know where they're already going, and you're going and you are just being in the room. And by being in the room, you're naturally going to be rubbing shoulders with the right people, creating those conversations, creating those relationships, and then eventually landing clients from that. Well, you need to be doing the same thing online. So online, instead of going to networking events, you're going to be looking at social media platforms. So for example, Facebook groups or LinkedIn or Instagram or Clubhouse, subreddits, forums. There's all these places online, and every single niche, every single market has specific places that they like to hang out online. So no matter what your niche is that you've chosen, whatever type of client is that you're going after, figure out where it is that they hang out online. Maybe it's in a subreddit, maybe it's in Facebook groups, maybe it's on Clubhouse, maybe there's a forum that's specific to that industry where a lot of people hang out and chat and communicate there on that forum. Wherever that is, you got to figure out where those people are, because you need to become a part of your target niche. So if you're not really sure where to start in terms of finding your target client online, I usually recommend just going with Facebook. There are Facebook groups for everything out there. You can find Facebook groups for any type of niche or specific industry or interest or something that people are interested in. They're all on Facebook. Like pretty much everybody is on Facebook. So I would recommend going there first. Go to Facebook, find Facebook groups that have your target market in them, join them, and become part of that community. All right, number 3, now that you know what your niche is, you know where they're hanging out online, the last step is to go and create value in those communities. A big mistake that a lot of people make, both offline and online, is that they go to networking events in order to meet people and start getting clients. But the reality is that in order to get clients, you've got to create value first. This is how you create really good relationships with people, is by delivering value to them first before asking for the sale. And so the same thing matters whether you're doing this online or offline, but especially online when you're not meeting face-to-face with somebody, it's really important that you deliver value. So for example, using the Facebook example, go into the Facebook group where you've got your target market, start creating valuable posts and valuable comments, interact with people, share your ideas and your thoughts. Teach them what you know about video marketing, about marketing in general, about videography. Help them get the results that they're looking to get. And at the same time, you can be doing market research and getting to know them really well and building your understanding of your target market and what you need to do in order to give them a valuable result. By doing this, you'll be able to actually create real relationships with people because they will see you as a person of value, somebody that is worth knowing and getting to know better, and therefore it'll give you a lot more opportunities to create conversations with them and then eventually maybe get them to become a client. Now, when you do this right and you're creating really good value and you're putting a lot of effort into comments and posts and interaction on Facebook, or if it's on LinkedIn or maybe in forums, or you're adding value to Clubhouse chats or your Instagram profile, when you're doing this right, you'll find that people will naturally start clicking on your profile picture and going over and checking out your bio. It just happens. Okay. Now, here's a bonus tip. When people click on your profile and they go over to your profile, what are they going to see? Is your profile just a bunch of pictures of your dog or your cat? Or is it something that actually helps them along their journey and points them in the right direction in terms of working with you? So make sure that your profile is set up to let people know what it is that you do, what you can help them with, and where they should go if they want to learn more information. On Facebook, for example, make sure your profile picture and your cover photo and your bio and your featured images and your link are all pointing people in the right direction towards where they should be going. It's honestly amazing what you can make happen by just putting in your bio, I help this target market get this result using video marketing. Just by doing that, when people come to your profile, they will realize that you're a person that can help them. They will connect the dots on, oh, this person can help me with this. I should learn more. And if you've got a link there or images that are pointing them to the right place where they should be going, it's going to be so much easier for them to connect with you further and then eventually turn that conversation into a phone call, which you can now turn into a sale. So there you go. There's 3 things you can do right now to start getting videography jobs online. And guess what? It's all completely organic. You don't have to spend a dime of money on advertising costs or anything like that. You can start building relationships with people and start getting clients completely organically, 100% free by just using this method. So hopefully that's helpful. Once again, if you haven't yet, go down below in the description and click on the link to check out the full-blown training that I have on exactly how to grow a video production company in 2021. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you on the next video.